So it just came out today on the news that at least 5 Toronto police officers have been suspended with pay as a services. Internal investigators unit proves their possible ties to the corruption in the GTA towing truck industry. And as I've mentioned in some of the previous videos, there is various organized crime groups that are involved in the towing industry that have extorted like millions. Like they've been working with physiotherapy clinics, with auto body shops. There've already been a string of arsons like within the past year and a half, 3 murders. This stuff is crazy, right? And get this, these officers are from several different police divisions, and they were actually suspended late last month, but we're only finding about it now. Imagine if it was employees from any other sector. Their names would have probably been plastered way before. But you see, this is one of my problems with the police. Like they love to protect their own so much. It's like this blue wall of silence. They're only hearing about this now. And it's important to note that they have not been charged with any wrongdoing criminally or under the Police Services Act. And these 5 cops were suspended after Constable Ronald Joseph was charged last month with theft and breach of trust. So Constable Joseph, he's accused of stealing a police radio and giving it to some of these towing industries. And the idea behind that is that when they have these police radios, then they can get first dibs on like the scenes of crashes, and that's how they can rake in more money. He himself, this constable, he owns 2 towing trucks and a car rental business in Scarborough. So that's a freaking blatant conflict of interest. Like, where do they get these guys from, to be honest? Like, these are the guys that are supposed to protect and serve us, and they themselves are working like organized crime, to be honest. They're working with these quote-unquote thugs, and they're thugs themselves. And apparently this stuff has been going on for so long, and in other areas too in the province, and even outside the province as well. And I'm going to get into that a bit later. Constable Joseph, he has also been suspended with pay as usual, as is required under the Ontario Police Services Act. And Constable Joseph, he would receive money for the tow trucks. He would even receive kickbacks for the tips that he gave. And he would even receive referrals to his car rental services. And get this, also none of the suspended officers' homes have been searched. That to me also is very bizarre, because what's stopping them from executing search warrants in their homes? What, are they afraid that they're going to find more damning evidence? That would be my bet, to be honest, because if the last month has shown me anything, is that the police, they love to protect their own, even when there's damning evidence that shows that many of them are not actually doing what they're supposed to be doing in the first place. Guys, even in April of this year, 3 Ottawa officers were charged with a breach of trust and accepting secret commissions relating to their city's towing industry. And even one officer was also charged with allowing access to a confidential police database. Now get this, even in Montreal, right? They also cracked down on organized crime within the towing industry, and they even found that industry was being run by like the Hells Angels and other criminal organizations. Like, one of the reasons why organized crime has seemed to lock arms with the towing industry is because it aligns with the other crimes that these criminal groups do, such as drug trafficking, car theft, pimping, loan sharking, fraud. This type of work, it allows them to carry out those other types of activities that they do. So yeah, I mean, I hope that they get to the bottom of this investigations. I hope that they release the names of these cops, because we need to know who these damn dirty cops are. And I really hope that if they are found guilty, and I'm sure that there's definitely going to be some guilty, I really hope that these guys get fired and they get charged. I do not want this to be another scenario where they get fired and then they get sent to another department like we see too often in the States. So I really hope that Toronto Police Services, they really freaking do a thorough investigation and they do not take their foot off the gas, and make sure that they weed out all these crooked ass cops, because we cannot be allowing the people that are supposed to protect and serve us to be working with organized crime. That to me is just such an absolute embarrassment. And that's why you have people saying defund the police, right? Because you guys have a budget of over $1 billion, and you guys are even in cahoots with criminals. You're even receiving money too from this criminal activity. It's disgusting. That's why we're saying that, we should trim this budget, I think, by at least 40% and give it to the other important services like mental health and things of that nature, because those are the types of services that can actually help us to reduce crime. This story is a perfect example of why the police have to have their budget slashed. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Until next time, y'all.